House Republicans have been attacking Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg in recent weeks over his record as district attorney, his prosecution of former President Donald Trump, and his policies on crime in New York City. On Monday, the House Judiciary Committee held a hearing on what Republicans say is a local crime crisis, a move Democrats have lambasted as a political stunt aimed at protecting Trump. Republican Representative Jim Jordan convened the hearing, with witnesses telling lawmakers that Bragg's policies had made the city more dangerous. Democrats pushed back with statistics to claim other cities were much more so. The hearing also prompted fierce debate over crime in Democratic and Republican areas, with each side pointing to various statistics to make its case. This article examines the background of the dispute between House Republicans and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and the accusations that have been made. Republicans on the committee and their supporters argue that the focus on the Trump investigation is just a political tactic by Democrats to distract from real crime issues in the city. They claim that Bragg has ignored the rise in violent crime, especially in areas with high minority populations, and instead focused on prosecuting Trump. However, Democrats and others argue that the Republicans' attack on Bragg is part of a larger effort by the GOP to undermine progressive prosecutors across the country who are attempting to reform the criminal justice system. They point out that Bragg, who is the first black district attorney in Manhattan, was elected in a landslide victory in 2021 on a platform of reform and reducing mass incarceration. The debate over the hearing and the larger issue of crime in New York City highlights the deep political divisions in the country, as well as the different approaches to criminal justice reform. While some argue for a focus on punishment and law and order, others argue for a focus on rehabilitation and addressing the root causes of crime, such as poverty and lack of access to education and healthcare. Ultimately, the fate of Alvin Bragg and his investigation of Donald Trump will likely be decided in the courts, not in Congress. However, the larger issues at play, such as the role of politics in criminal justice, the impact of race and class on crime and punishment, and the need for reform, will continue to be debated and contested across the country. As for the House Judiciary Committee's hearing, it remains to be seen whether it will have any real impact on crime in New York City or the larger debate over criminal justice reform. However, it has certainly generated plenty of political drama and attention, as well as further entrenched the political divisions in the country. House Republicans took their attack on Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg to New York City on Monday, holding a hearing on what they say is a local crime crisis, a move Democrats lambasted as a political stunt aimed at protecting former President Donald Trump. The hearing was convened by GOP Representative Jim Jordan, who serves as the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. It took place at the Jacob Javits Federal Building in Manhattan, which is just around the block from Bragg's office. In his opening statement, Jordan accused Bragg of weighing down the scales of justice with politics, saying that the district attorney was more focused on advancing a radical political agenda than on administering blind justice. Democrats were quick to criticize the hearing, calling it a political stunt designed to protect Trump. The top Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, Jerry Nadler, swiped at Jordan before the hearing, saying that he should know better than to take his tired act to Broadway. Nadler went on to accuse Republicans of trying to intimidate and deter Bragg from doing the work his constituents elected him to do, saying that they were using their public offices and the resources of the committee to protect their political patron, Donald Trump. The focus of the hearing was on Bragg's record as district attorney and his recent decision to indict Trump on a 34-count indictment. Republicans have been critical of Bragg for his prosecution of Trump, and tensions between the two sides boiled over last week when Bragg sued Jordan for what he called an unprecedentedly brazen and unconstitutional attack by members of Congress. The Monday hearing featured witnesses who were critical of Bragg's policies, including former bodega clerk Jose Alba, who faced a murder charge after fatally stabbing an attacker in 2022, and Joseph Borgen, the victim of an anti-Semitic attack in Times Square. Madeleine Brame and Jennifer Harrison, two women affected by violent crime who have become advocates for victims' rights in New York, also appeared before the committee. Robert Holden, a Democratic New York City councilman, and Paul DiGiacomo, the president of the New York City's Detectives Endowment Association, were also critical of Bragg's policies. Subscribe for more content like this. Democrats pushed back against the Republicans' claims, citing statistics that showed that violent crime in Manhattan had actually decreased in the first quarter of 2023 compared to a year ago. Bragg's office highlighted data that showed murders were down 14%, shootings were down 17%, and burglaries had dropped by 21% in the borough. They also pointed to one analysis that found the murder rate in New York City was lower than that of Columbus, Ohio. Despite the Democrats' claims, Republicans pointed to data that showed that the violent crime rate for Manhattan was 5.21 per 1,000 residents, compared to 4.26 for Columbus, Ohio. They also cited a website called NeighborhoodScout.com, which provides neighborhood statistics, to make their case. The hearing has prompted fierce debate over crime in Democratic and Republican areas, with each side pointing to various statistics to make its case. Mayor Eric Adams, for example, has accused Republicans of coming to the safest big city in America for a political stunt, while Republicans have accused Democrats of ignoring the real crime crisis in Manhattan. Overall, the hearing is just the latest example of the deep political divide that exists in the United States today. Republicans and Democrats are more divided than ever before, and it seems unlikely that this divide will be bridged anytime soon. As a result, we can expect to see more political stunts like this one in the future, as each side tries to gain the upper hand in the ongoing political battle. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel for authenticity.